Let's make a Pearls for the Girls DIY kit. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this DIY kit step by step. And I'm going to be putting on this lovely backdrop behind me. So I'm going to be using all of the items that are in the DIY kit. So let's get started. I do include this step-by-step guide on how to blow up and create your balloon garland. I would highly recommend getting a balloon pump. This just makes the process a lot faster. As always, you can blow them up with a hand pump or by mouth, but this makes it way easier and less time consuming. Start with 11 inches. You can start with any balloons that you want. I just prefer to do these because there's the most of the 11 inches. And basically what I do is I will blow 2 up at a time and tie those together. And you just repeat that process with all of the balloons. Once you have little doubles like this, you can twist them together. You can do quads or do it with 6 balloons. I like to do some quads, some 6 balloons. It just depends on the look that you want. So you just twist them together like this. You can add another double. There you go, a little cluster. And you just repeat that process. You can even add some of the 17-inch balloons into one of the clusters, and you just keep doing that. Another tip would be to, once you blow up your balloons and they look kind of egg-shaped, I like to press them down a little bit so it gives more of a round look. Like this. Once I finish the 11-inch cream balloons, I will take the 17-inch cream balloons and blow those up as a pair. Again, I will kind of squish these down so they're more of a round shape than an egg shape. Tie those together, and now I'm going to add it to one of my clusters. And now I have a cluster of 17 and 11-inch balloons. Same thing again, adding my 17-inch balloon to a 11-inch cluster. And here you have a larger cluster. You also don't have to do this. This is just my preference. I like a couple bigger clusters, a couple smaller ones. So it's totally up to you. You could do all the 17 inches together or keep them separate. I also like to do a couple of them by themselves so I can add in holes in the garland. Next, I'm going to blow up the clear 11-inch balloons. I'm going to do kind of the same thing, make clusters with the balloons, some larger, some smaller, depends on your preference. Put them up, it happens a lot. Next, I'm going to blow up the 5 inches. These can be a little trickier. Sometimes you have to stretch them out before using an air pump. Using a hand pump is a lot easier with these ones, but again, I prefer the air pump just because it makes it a little faster to do 2 at a time. With the 5-inch balloons, I like to make just little quads clusters. So I just make them with 4. You can add more or less, whatever you want to do. I just prefer to make all my little 5-inch babies, as they like to call them, into little quads. Now that all the balloons are blown up and in clusters, it's time to put the garland together. I personally like to tie the tongues together, which is this piece in the middle of each balloon cluster. I like to tie this piece to the same piece in another cluster so that it ties together. I kind of just double knot it, and there you go, they're tied together. You can also use the ribbon in the kit, but I prefer this way as it keeps it a little bit closer together. You can kind of move the balloons around so that way you don't even see it. Repeat that process by tying the tongues until you have a full 8-feet garland. Once the balloon garland is at a length that you like, you'll stop there, and then you'll add the clear balloons, big balloons, and babies after you hang up your balloon garland. You can do this with the command hooks that are in your DIY kit. In my case, I am using little clips because I want to hook it to this backdrop, and it is just more secure that way. Depending on how large or long or what surface you're attaching to, you might need different attachments or more command hooks. I like to use these little clips, and then I also am using the 260 balloons to attach the balloon garland to my backdrop and tie them around the inside kind of tongues of the balloon garland. Balloon garlands attached, you can kind of smooth the balloons around how you like them. I like to have them be forward on a backdrop, but on a wall it might be a little different. You can move it how you like. And on my other clusters, to make it a little bit more full and lush, you can tie it by the tongues, is what I like to do to add on. Or you can always get more 260 balloons, which you can get on Amazon or any party store. Those make it easier to tie, as well as ribbon. Once you have your balloon garland all set up and everything is added and it is situated the way you wanted, then you will add the pearls. I like to add the pearls just to the clear balloons. You can also add them to the cream balloons. I just prefer the clear, so let's add these. I give you a couple different sizes, so I'm gonna add the big ones first. All you do is peel it off, stick it on. They are adhesive, so you don't really have to do much. Just peel and stick. And there you go. You have yourself Pearls for the Girls balloon garland with pearls, cream balloons, and you're ready to go for your bridal shower, bachelorette, or whatever party that you're having. Hope you guys like this, and I hope this helped.